The city was shrouded in an eerie twilight as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows that seemed to stretch and grasp at the edges of the street. I adjusted the collar of my trench coat and tightened my grip on the worn leather handle of my briefcase. My heart pounded with a mixture of anticipation and dread as I stepped through the dimly lit alleyway, the cobblestones beneath my feet echoing my every step. I had earned a reputation in this city as a skilled assassin, a moniker whispered in hushed tones by those who dared speak my name, the Shadow Knife. But tonight was different. Tonight, the hunter had become the hunted. A rival hitman known only as the Ghost had emerged from the shadows, targeting those I held dear. My contact, a nervous man named Martin, had arranged a meeting to provide me with information on my new adversary. He stood beneath a flickering streetlight, his face etched with anxiety. The pallor of his skin was accentuated by the sickly green glow, giving him an otherworldly appearance. "Shadow Knife," he stuttered, his voice barely a whisper. "You need to be careful. The Ghost, he's merciless. He leaves no trace, no witnesses." I studied Martin's trembling hands, the sheen of sweat on his brow. He had a haunted look, as though he had already stared into the abyss that was the Ghost. I pressed him for details, wanting to know the face behind the name. "He's methodical," Martin continued, his voice quivering. "He's tall, his hair is jet black, and his eyes are like two bottomless pits, devoid of any emotion." As I listened, a sense of unease settled over me. The wind carried a faint chill, rustling the garbage strewn across the alley. Every shadow seemed to pulse with a sinister energy, and I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. Days turned into nights, and I stalked my prey across the city, piecing together clues and unraveling the Ghost's trail. A sense of foreboding followed me, a relentless shadow that refused to dissipate. The atmosphere was heavy with tension, as if the city itself held its breath, waiting for the inevitable clash between two deadly forces. Finally, the night arrived. The moon hung low in the sky, casting an eerie glow over the abandoned warehouse where our paths would finally cross. I entered cautiously, senses heightened, and there he stood, the Ghost. His appearance matched the description, tall and imposing, with a cold, calculating gaze that seemed to pierce through my very soul. He was dressed in all black, blending seamlessly with the darkness around him. A sinister smile tugged at the corner of his lips. "Shadow Knife," he purred, his voice sending a shiver down my spine. "I've been looking forward to this." We circled each other, like predators sizing up their prey. The air crackled with tension, and the scent of stale sweat mingled with the acrid smell of gunpowder. Every movement was deliberate, every glance a deadly calculation. The battle that ensued was a deadly dance, a symphony of violence and skill. The warehouse became a battleground, our silhouettes illuminated by sporadic bursts of moonlight. The clash of steel against steel reverberated through the air, each strike a testament to our expertise. As the dust settled and the echoes of the battle faded, I stood victorious, my heart racing and my breath ragged. The Ghost lay motionless at my feet, his once piercing eyes now vacant. The weight of the encounter settled over me, a chilling reminder of the darkness that could consume even the most skilled and ruthless of killers. I walked away from that warehouse, my footsteps heavy with a newfound understanding of the thin line that separated hunter from hunted. The city still pulsed with life around me, but I couldn't shake the feeling that its shadows held secrets darker than I could ever imagine.